Hi, I'm Rusty Cottrell. I've been a physical therapist for 45 years. Ever since I was 15, I've been into being as healthy and very functional as long as I can to the end of my life.
And I'm Debbie Cottrell, registered dietitian and specializing in functional medicine, also definitely into longevity, making sure that we're thriving through our last breath. And that's what we're here for. We want to help you to thrive through to your last breath. Today we want to talk a little bit about mitochondria, which are the little tiny diplomats in our cells.
When they're healthy, they fuel energy and balanced immunity.
And when they're damaged, it's like sounding an alarm that goes off in the body to awaken the immune system.
We had a false alarm here one time. We live on the island of Kauai, and we were sitting at breakfast and we got an alarm on our phone that said, "This is not a test. We have a missile aiming for you, coming towards you, and you better find shelter."
And we kind of looked at each other and we went, like, where? Thankfully, after
alarm.
After about an hour of wondering, they let us know it was a false alarm. Someone had hit the wrong button and set off an alarm. And that's what can happen in the body when the mitochondria are damaged. And that's what we want to share with you today, especially in regards to the mitochondria and autoimmune disease. There's like a little hidden link between our energy and our immunity. So mitochondria, as you remember from your high school classes, they produce energy in the cells. That's one of their main jobs. But they also have an impact on regulating the immune signals.
Well, they produce ATP, which gives you the energy. But as they become damaged because of oxidative stress, it causes the release of mitochondrial DNA and proteins that then you get in the bloodstream, and then it's recognized, falsely so, as bacteria.
And then the body reacts and sets off that alarm system.
That false alarm.
So this is how mitochondrial dysfunction ends up creating chronic inflammation in the body. Today we wanted to talk to you about the autoimmune diseases that often show up, as people age. And what the practitioners are finding is those autoimmune diseases actually coincide with mitochondrial impairment.
And one of those things that causes mitochondrial impairment is oxidative stress, or reactive oxygen species. And it's overproduction of that. And that drives the change, that drives the damage.
And a funny little word called inflammasomes get activated, and that leads to that chronic immune response.
And they're activated, like I said, they are thinking that the mitochondrial DNA is foreign and foreign bacteria, and so it sets off that chronic immune response.
So you're probably thinking, what are some examples of autoimmune diseases?
Well, there's lupus, and lupus is, mitochondrial DNA release, and then all of a sudden that autoantibody formation going on.
And then there's rheumatoid arthritis. And when we think of rheumatoid arthritis, we think of joints and joint pain. And those are the cytokines that are actually inflaming.
Well, from the joint stress, then you have the cytokine formation. Then there's MS, multiple sclerosis. And the mitochondria injury, in a sense, and free radical damage is actually damaging the myelin sheath around the nerves.
And then there's also type 1 diabetes. Tell us about that.
Basically, you're born with type 1 typically, right? You don't just acquire it later on. And it's B cell damage from oxidative stress and immune targeting.
Okay. So you might be thinking, as I'm sure a lot of people think, that once you get one of these diagnoses of an autoimmune disease, it's like, something that you'll never get rid of. But we're here to share with you today. Life sentence, yeah. No, it's not a life sentence. There are things that you can do to help to strengthen your mitochondria, some lifestyle changes. So what are some of the things that can be done as therapeutic?
We've been activating our own endogenous enzyme production through activation, and we're producing antioxidant enzymes, anti-inflammatory enzymes, and anti-fibrotic enzymes through activation.
And those, when you reduce the oxidative stress, you actually reduce the mitochondrial stress.
Oh, severely. I mean, significantly. And then not only that, we activate our own mitochondrial biogenesis. So that means we're making more mitochondria, and then we're boosting the function of the mitochondria that we do have.
And then we think of lifestyle changes that can be made. So one of those is sleep. How does sleep help?
Wait a second. That's the easiest one there is to do. You can do it in your sleep.
So sleeping isn't the problem. It's actually prioritizing sleep and like 7 to 9 hours a night.
At the right time.
At the right time. And what about exercise? Exercise also can help.
Prioritizing exercise is very helpful. That actually activates mitochondrial biogenesis as well.
Intermittent fasting is another one, as well as good nutrition can help mitochondria.
Exactly. And then the stress management, that you can do deep breathing exercises and different things that actually help reduce stress, taking time out, taking a day off in the week, those kind of things.
And then one that kind of relates to the first one we talked about, sleep, is early morning sunlight. So when you prioritize earlier sleep and you're getting up to see the early morning sunrise or that early morning light, that helps with your circadian rhythms, and which has a significant impact on the mitochondria and health.
One of the cool things is that your eyes have receptors in them that receive that morning light, and that turns that cycle on, and it's amazing how that can affect your circadian rhythm.
So please check out, we'll leave a link in the description below about another episode that we did that actually goes a little more in depth on these lifestyle changes that you can make to help benefit your mitochondria. But the goal is to reduce oxidative stress and thereby reducing inflammation, which calms the autoimmune
Kind of a this,
flares.
then this, and then this.
It's a cascade, definitely.
Right. So one of the key thoughts is just healthy mitochondria are peacekeepers of the immunity.
Whereas damaged mitochondria actually release danger signals.
It's the hot button, the red button, the red phone. Don't pick that up. Don't push that button.
And resulting in immune confusion and autoimmune attacks and flares. So we just want to help you to know that you do not have to be a victim of mitochondrial degeneration, that you can actually be the hero of your mitochondrial health.
If you'd like to learn more about mitochondrial health, just check out this link. And
one of the links somewhere here.
Yeah, that one.
And thank you so much for joining us. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss future episodes.
If you have any questions regarding this subject, put it down in the comments and we'll try to get the answers to that.
Until next time, aloha.